Everyone's like, oh, look, here comes Pensy Joe bringing the Pennsylvania stuff because really test LED in the headlight, but we'll take the Citroen. Quite well by all. The regular combination, she's all that Sheet at 10. Proceed to 15. Hey everybody, this is Pensy Joe back again for another unboxing video in this Train Talks. Yeah, this is a big one, guys. Lots of Fragile over it. Yeah, lots of stuff going on here. So I'm glad that the person who shipped this out to me put Fragile on it. This one has been kind of like a, I want to say sketchy, but I would say I was kind of worried about it because when I was checking on my tracking progress, it was bouncing back and forth between towns, and I was like, what's going on here? So I'm glad it finally arrived. It just arrived yesterday, so that's good. Anywho, I'm going to open up this box and we're going to see what's inside. Let's see. So, quick update as I open this box. I checked, Broadway did their latest video where they they did their latest announcement, like February, newsletter. And, well, fortunately, and unfortunately at the same time, the RF-16s are now pushed back to April, which is good because then I can save more money. Plus, I need to get some stuff for the house, so that's good. Hey, more opportunities to save money, right? That's always good. There we go. World's greatest hobby. Oh, of course it's the world's greatest hobby. I know people are like, well, video games are pretty fun. I'll be honest, I like my video games too, but nothing is like touching trains. Alrighty, what we got here? Here we go. Let's see. Blue Comet Cars. Yes, this is more standard gauge stuff. Blue Comet Cars. Wow, I can't wait to take these out. So we got a Blue Comet Car Faye, a Blue Comet Car Haley. And these are all named after comets, by the way, fun fact. Blue Comet Car Westford and the Observation Car Temple. So these are, I don't know what generation these are. I think these are first gen ones. We'll take one box out. I'm trying to be careful with this. Nice big purple box. Oh, there we go. And of course, I got the Blue Comet out because I want to do a little running session with it. So let's take a look at one of these because I'm really excited. These are the Blue Comet coaches. For those who do not know, are based off of the estate set coaches. Both the green and brown ones that, if you know, that come with the 381E, and with the brown sets, they come with the 408E. I love how tight these boxes are. Okay, well, I accidentally paused it, but that's okay. That's what happens when you're trying to do things with one hand, guys. Let's see. Let me pause it right here. Alright, so I'm back. Alright, we got the box out. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Oh, they're already untied. That's awesome. Now, problem with the generations I'm concerned about is that this has got a more aqua color. And I hope that this one has an aqua color too. Yes, it does. A little bit scuffed, but that's okay. But it's got the brass trim. This is beautiful. And there's doors. Isn't that cool? Doors open. I wish HO stuff could do stuff like that. That would be amazing. These coaches are very, very good condition. Hopefully, can I get this with... No, I cannot. Oh, maybe can I... I can get it with one hand. Let's see. So these are... I forgot what series these coaches are. I'm not 100% sure which series these... coaches are supposed to be. Alrighty. Alright. And I'm going to try and grab the other side. And there we go. Look at that. Put that right here for now. That is a big coach. It is a big coach. It is a large coach. It is not small. It matches. The paint does match. Very, very good condition coach. Now you might be wondering, well, how much are the Blue Comet coaches? To answer that, I'll tell you this, all right? The Blue Comet coaches can go between, depending on who's the seller and who's selling them, I've seen them go between $900 to reasonably priced. Let's talk about reasonably priced. $900 to $1,200. Some people on eBay right now are trying to sell them for like, they're trying to sell them for like $2,700, almost $3,000. I'm like, these are MT3 production ones. They're not worth that much. So, yeah, look how big that coach is. Here's HO track. Here's a standard gauge coach. Look at that. That thing's ginormous. I love it. I absolutely love it. There's tabs right here. They can open the roof with. I can't do it with one hand. But yeah, this is beautiful. And it's got couplers on each end. Let's look at the other side. See how the other side is. And it matches. It matches the paint with the cream color. I mean, the aqua color matches with the Proto Sound too. Because the seller who was selling these was selling a Proto Sound 400E Blue Comet paint scheme one. That one, I like these doors. The doors open and close. It's so cool. I like that. I like that the doors open and close. That is really cool. That's what I like about tinplate trains, is that the doors open and close. Now the doors, and it also has that ingress area that a lot of passenger cars have, which is really cool. This also has the blue air conditioning units. They don't have like the cream air conditioning or brass colored ones. And these are brass. I like this because it matches with the brass. Journals on the tender. Brass on brass. I was thinking about getting the nickel ones, but it just wouldn't work. If you're going to get a Blue Comet of either generation, the nickel one without the brass bands and the brass tender, you might as well get the Magic coaches. And these things are huge. Luckily, though, all 4 coaches will fit on the circle. 1 second, I'm going to open up the coach so we can look inside. These things are amazing. Alrighty, so there's 4 tabs on the roof. There's 2 tabs here and 2 tabs here. You might have to shake it just a little bit just so that you can, get it off. Obviously, you want to do it while it's on the ground. This is cool. The bathroom door opens and closes on both sides. There's like a men's or ladies' bathroom on each end of the car. Really cool. The seats do not swivel on here. I thought the seats do swivel. I guess not. Probably in the other coaches. But, oh yeah, and this door opens too. Just pretty cool. That is cool. The doors open on each end. That is amazing. You don't get this on HO coaches. You rarely get on O. I'm surprised O-Gauge hasn't tried to done this. This is what I don't like about, some of the modern trains. It's like O-Gauge could easily do like, obviously there's like a wire here. You could probably like tape the wire against the thing, but that's okay. But that's pretty cool. There's like a little bench right here. And oh yeah, there's a little door over here to the toilet. But it doesn't bend. It doesn't open. But it shows a little toilet in there and the toilet seat can move up and down. That is cool. And it's all separately detailed and painted. I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is what the bottom side of here looks like. Nothing special or anything like that. But yeah, very, very beautiful. I really love this. You can, that's what I like about standard gauge is that it invites play. It's not just running electric trains. You can it's like a dollhouse. Expensive dollhouse, but like a dollhouse for sure. And it's got a little bench here for when you're washing your hands and a toilet in the corner. It's so cool how they came up with this stuff. Even the originals had stuff like this, guys. I mean, the original stuff has this. Opening doors, what I think some of the versions have it where it has latches where it can tilt up instead of like completely coming off the roof. But yeah, this is one of those really cool things, and I wish HO Scale can do something like this. Obviously, you can't do all the opening doors because the Pro 2001's doors kind of broke a lot, but it's possible. It is possible to do it on the passenger cars. I don't see any reason. And with the lighting, you can just do something like this, and have the board, or you can have like very small hinges for the roof to just go like this on the HO car. That would be so cool. But yeah, this is one of the reasons really why I really love standard gauge is the amount of play that it invites. I mean, it's just perfect for children. I mean, it was made for children. That was the point. It was made for children to play with and to play with their paper mache dolls back in the they had paper mache dolls, and then we could sit them down and whatnot. I don't know why they have holes in here. That's interesting. I guess they might. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember Lionel making paper mache dolls. I haven't seen like anybody talk about it. But you could put some figures in here, like G scale figures in here. You could probably put like a conductor hanging out the window, like some really cool stuff that invites play and whatnot. And it would be cool if MTH did the European stuff. And you might be wondering, well, European? Do you have European toy trains? I'm like, yeah, there's European trains. There we go. Now it's latched on. Simple as that. You just pinch it in and it'll latch back on. And there you go. So I will stop it with here and we'll open up the next car and take a look at that one. Okay, so this is the observation car. So this one's going to be more unique. It's not going to be like the passenger car. And this is the Temple Comet. Again, it's just that beautiful brass and blue. It's just you can't beat this kind of stuff. I mean, sure, you can get into the realistic stuff, but that's not the point. And that's what I like about standard gauge. It's fun. It invites fun. That's all that it invites. It invites fun, and that's it. Some people are like, well, are you going to abandon HO? And the answer is no. I mean, look at that. Look at that shine from the brass. It says Transcontinental Limited. It doesn't say Lionel or MTH or New York Central on the back plate on here. We're going to look at that. But, yeah, that's what I love about standard gauge. It's just, it's fun. It's probably as expensive. I would argue it's probably as expensive as HO trains. This set, so let me tell you this. 400E you can get for between $800 to, let's say, $1,100. I got this for like $980. I got the Blue Comet Protosound 2. This is Protosound 2. I got these 4 coaches for $1,150. You can probably get these for for just around $1,000, especially the Blue Comet, because everyone wants a Blue Comet. I've seen a lot of Blue Comet sets go for around $1,000, so you're gonna expect that. So around $2,000, pretty much around $2,000, probably the most $2,500. You get a 4-car passenger set with a 400E Blue Comet. You might be like, well, an HO. I'm like, well, here's the thing. If you want to get an engine in HO, it's probably, I mean, an HO, here's the thing. An HO, you can get a very beautiful, accurate train set, but you would probably have to spend close to the similar amount. Not like two, maybe still probably less than $2,000, depending on the train set and the locomotive you're getting. If it's brass or not, too. If you get like a brass Dreyfuss Hudson, that's about $600, $700. Brand new. If you get a used one, you probably get it for $400, $600. And if you want the accurate MTH coaches, you need, for the 10 car set, you probably need $1,000. So about roughly $500 to $1,000 cheaper than this. But this has more play value, and it's not accurate as the downs. But it's not accurate. I mean, but it's not accurate. However, accurate as a toy train, you get a good deal. I know some people are like, it's not the original. I don't care about the original. The original is worth as much as a inflation period 2024 used car in good to great condition. Not mint condition, good to great. So this is a lot cheaper than the original, and I would prefer this over the original because it basically is like the original. I mean, this is basically the original. Nothing's really that different. This is like a reproduction. It's why they call it reproduction. It's not a replica. It's a reproduction. Oh my gosh, these things are heavy. I mean, these coaches I hear weigh like around 7 pounds. But yeah, look at this. This Transcontinental Limited, which I forgot if it said Lionel lines on the original, but it's still pretty cool. There are some tabs in here that looks like you can put like extra seats, but I don't see anything extra, so I think that's just how it is. Again, all doors open. All doors open. Really, really cool. It's never going to get old for me. And we'll take a look inside. So I'll pause this so we can take a look inside this beautiful coach. All right, so here's the inside of the coach. As you can see, it's got a nice big window right here. Seats right here. They do not swivel, unfortunately. Yeah, I heard some of these actually can swivel. It might be a different passenger car, but it's only one bathroom in here. It's got a slightly open bathroom door for the toilet. And of course, toilet, bathroom door opens. And here's the interior. I love this area right here. It's so cool. All the doors open between the passenger cars like in these heavyweights. These are basically heavyweight cars. And then this door can open and close to go into the in-between area. Really nice. There's 2 light bulbs. There's a light bulb right here, and there's a light bulb right here at the end, so that when it lights up, it shows the overhead light, and then it shows the marker lights lighting through these. I don't know what these are. I don't know if they're glass, but they're like a jeweled light over here for the marker lights on the observation car. Again, it's just it invites play. You can have some people standing over here if you want to, and you can also fix the wiring so it's like out of the way and all that stuff. You don't have to really worry about that. This has to go like right here because it goes through the floor to go up to the pickup roller. And yeah, this is the Temple observation car. I love that brass. This is car number 422. I love the cream, and look at that. I don't know if that's lithographed or if actually it's one strip. It's a strip that gives it like this beautiful, stained glass kind of look right here. I really like that. Very beautiful. Those kids back in the old days got some fancy toys, I can tell you that. So we'll put this roof back on. Should let it pinch back into place. There you go. Snaps back into place just like that. And yeah, what a beautiful coach. Got 2 more. Now there is a baggage car. That's one of the original things that MTH has done. The baggage cars are kind of expensive. They're probably close to the price of a standard gauge locomotive than the coaches each. The coaches usually go around between $200 to $300 a piece. I would try to lead towards the $200 to $250 range. It also depends on the trim too, because there's 2 trims of Blue Comets. I don't think there is 2 trims for the state sets. As far as I know, the green ones are only green and with the brass, and that's it. Same with the brown state car sets. So At some point, I'd like to get the green and the brown state sets. You gotta have the three. Once you're in standard gauge, you gotta have the three. So, yeah. And what I like is that, look at this. They're not sprung, but they move up and down the journals for the axle boxes with the wheel axle. That's really cool. I like that. I think that's cool. I think that's really, really cool that the axles do that. Very, very nice. Very nice. This coach, as far as I know, there's no real issue with it, especially with the paint. I don't know what this is, but that's okay. That doesn't really bother me. It's in great condition. Very great condition. Same with the locomotive and the tender. They're in very great condition. So we plan to give these many years of fun and love as they were meant to be played with. It's a toy. Some people collect them, and that's fine. But this is a great train to put under a Christmas tree, or a great train to just, have on a layout and play with your kids. Obviously, I would want to have the kids understand not to smash these things around. And you're like, well, come on, you said it's a toy. I'm like, yes, but it's not a very cheap toy. These things were never cheap. Model trains and toy trains were never that really cheap, except the modern ones where stuff is small, it's made plastic, like HO and stuff like that, and some other gauges as well. However, if you want like these kind of toys, it's gotta be like, these kind of toys, yeah, they're gonna cost quite a bit. But yeah, these are things that I think a lot of people would enjoy. I certainly enjoy them. Oops, I forgot that's not closed completely right. Well, I'll figure that out. I'm going to redo the roof, and then we'll look at the next two coaches. Okay, so we got the Fay passenger car. So far, guys, we did all the original, names for the Blue Comet. The main three: Westford Hall, Fay, and Temple. Those are the originals. So I think this is supposed to be the first car. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Every single time I'm opening these, I'm like, wow, these are amazing. Brass. And it's got that matching color too. It's a baked enamel. And I can't imagine how hard it would be to just try to redo all the paints. If I wanted to do touch-up paint, I'm pretty sure it'd be very difficult to find the colors. Some people might know and are able to find them, but and one-handing these is kind of hard. Trying to one-hand them. Okay, so here's the Fay. It's like the first one with Westford Hall. Now this one looks like it's already open. So I'm going to have to make sure that these close correctly. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened in this one. So, yeah, all doors open, as we all know. I'm going to have to open this so we can look on the inside. What's strange is that the diaphragm is a little bit in on this one, but that's okay. That's not hard to fix. I'll be able to make sure it's in place and be normal. But other than that, this looks immaculate. There might be one or two scuffs or something, but other than that, it's pretty good, very good condition. So we're going to open the roof and see if there's anything different on this one. Okay, so here's the inside of the Fay. Now the Fay is pretty much just like the Westford Hall, and the Haley's probably going to be the same thing too. So non-swivelable chairs. I think the originals have swivelable chairs. These ones don't, which is Kind of a shame. I wonder if they're sprung. Oh yeah, they can swivel. They can turn. They can. You just got to pick them up, and there you go. You can pick them up. You got to slightly pull them up, and then there you go. Pretty cool. So they can't all swivel. They're kind of tight. But you got to pull them up a little bit. Just pull them up, and then you can swivel them. Really cool. I really like that. That's pretty cool. So they can swivel, guys. I was proven wrong. I proved myself wrong. They're supposed to swivel, and they swiveled. Got bathroom doors open and close, as per usual. Doors open and close. Everything opens and closes. And I found this was a little bit dent, so I just forced to back up the top part of this, and it went back into shape. So that's what's great about tin plate is that if you find a dent, you can probably push it back out. So make sure these are all pinched together so that when I put the roof on, it clamps on nicely. But yeah, really, really cool. Really, really beautiful. That's what it is. It's all stamped together, this tin plate stuff. It's all punched together by hand and put together by hand. It's not like molds and stuff like HO. It's sheets of metal that have been punched out and then put together. So I'm going to try and put the roof back on. And do it right. There we go. And there's the coach right there. Then we got one more coach, and then we'll see the train run around in a circle. Alrighty, now finally the famous Halley's Comet. It's always so good. Alrighty. Here we are, Halley's Comet. This is car number 2423. And there we are. Got some foam in here. I heard foam can damage tin plate stuff, so. It says MTH lines. Amazing, I love that. Now this locomotive says Central Railroad of New Jersey, which is fine. I do not mind that, because that's the real Blue Comet was from Central Railroad of New Jersey. Final car, let's see what we can do to get this girl out of her box. Obviously it's not that hard. Here we go. I'm going to put it on my lap for a second. Move the box towards the side. And here we are, Halley's Comet. There we go. 4 Comet cars. Now I could get a 5th one, which is the baggage car. They've been sold already. I'd like to get a baggage car if I can find one with the brass journals. If not, that's okay. I'm happy with the 4 cars. I'd like to find one for a good deal. Now there's a baggage car called Oblers or something like that. I'm not sure if that's a Comet, but there's also one that just says baggage on the side. So, yeah, Halley's Comet. Got opening doors as always with these state car sets. A lot of the coaches actually do open the doors. And this is a top of the line coach. The state cars, the state set coaches like these were mainly seen in the 1930s. These were the top of the line for Lionel. In the mid to late 1920s, they were another type of coach. They also had 3 6-axle. Oh, no, not 6. They had 6-axle coaches as well, but they were shorter coaches, and they look similar to the ones you'll see on eBay right now. They had more rounded. They had more round top stained glass. And they were usually pulled by 402Es, 9Es, and I think a few other Es. I'm not sure if the 408E pulled them. I think the 408E did pull them too. But yeah, these are the top of the line before standard gauge ended, which is unfortunate. I think there was another standard gauge train. The original Hiawatha, I think, was one of the last ones as well. It was all streamlined, and then the O gauge one was basically like the standard gauge one, but like smaller, obviously. I haven't seen a reproduction of that one. That would be cool. But I'm not sure if they're going to do that. I'd like to see more in standard gauge. I'd like to see more streamliner. I'd like to see streamliner stuff with brass and nickel plating, you know, details and stuff. I do like the heavyweights. Don't get me wrong. I like the heavyweights. I'd like to see more in the future of whoever decides to make tin plate trains again. Unfortunately, MTH does not do it. They haven't done it since 2019 when they announced that they're no longer going to do. Mike Wolf retired, and then they were gonna see how they were gonna redo the system, and now they're just making regular O scale O gauge trains, which yay. I missed their Rail King stuff. I really missed all the stuff they used to do. It's just unfortunate that they couldn't keep everything. It really is. And same with the standard gauge tin plate stuff. It's just, I don't know. I mean, they're making switches. Here's the truth, guys. They're making switches. MTH is making standard gauge tin plate switches. So there might be more standard gauge stuff from MTH. Hopefully they keep making spare parts. I'm not too much to worry about the motors going out or anything like that. These engines are supposed to be easily fixable and stuff, replacing stuff, even the original stuff. If you get the contemporary one without the electronics, just simple AC powered to transformer kind of stuff, it should still be able to, work as well. So, yeah, more standard gauge, please. I want to see more. I really want to see more. So we're going to open inside, see what else is inside Haley. Most likely it's going to be just like, the Faye and the Westford Hall coaches, but we're going to look inside because it's always great to look inside these things. Here we are. We're looking inside. All doors open as per usual. This one's a little bit stuck. That's okay. Same with this one. Just needs to go in. That's okay. Doesn't have to close all the way. Not all of them do. And these are the hooks that you squeeze on both sides to let go of the roof. And the way the roof opens is pretty much just like the original. Very, very nice. Very, very cool. And like all the seats, they all swivel. Just got to pick it up. Well, this one's having a tough time to swivel. You're kind of stuck. But that's okay. You can always figure out how to make them swivel. But, yeah. And then there's like a slightly cut out door over here that suggests you can go into the bathroom like all the other coaches. Pretty cool. And there's a toilet with the toilet seat down. Look at that. We lucked out. Toilet seats are down, guys. So, yeah. It's always nice to look at these train sets. They're always beautiful. Always nice to look at. Always nice to run. It would be nice to have like a clear version of this so you can look inside while it runs around. And obviously it lights up with the single light bulb in here. So eventually I'm going to have to get more light bulbs. It would be cool to have an LED bulb that would run on AC. Incandescent bulbs are nice, but eventually they burn out, so yeah, or we can get one of those other things. That's what I like to have is lots of spare incandescent bulbs. That's exactly what I need. But yeah, this is the Haley, as we've acknowledged it before. There we go. Make sure it doesn't have to snug completely on. But if you can, try to get it snug and it'll look really, really beautiful. But yeah, there we go. There's the Haley. And already we got 3 of the coaches on here. We'll get this last one on here and we'll do a final run. And yeah, guys, this is Pensy Joe doing his wonderful, excellent unboxing. I'm really glad I got a complete Blue Comet as the first completion of the standard gauge trains that I have. And Well, there's a lot more standard gauge to come later in the year, specifically near the end of the year when we start building the layout. If you have watched my layout series, layout design series video, and pretty much the layout series, I have done the lower level of the layout, and it has been redesigned heavily to have a standard gauge layout fit under there. Now it's a balloon loop, reverse loop kind of. Balloon reverse loop kind of layout. So at both ends, there's the train. There can only be really one train running on the layout, which is it is what it is. What I plan to do is the yards where the switch offs are. They will have their own independent switches near the transformer. So if I want to back the train up into a yard, I can do that. And same thing going to a roundhouse or whatever. I can do that, or to a siding, and I can turn off and on the power for each of the areas. So if I want to have locomotives, just be powered off, they can be powered off in the siding while I run the rest of the layout. So that's what I think about doing with my standard gauge stuff. And it's very simple. It's not going to be overcomplicated. It's kind of like a DC layout. If you want to do a DC layout, you're going to have to do multiple drops, feeds. I think for the main loop, there's not going to really need to be a multiple feed or anything like that. If I have to, I'll have to, and I'll just do 2 feeds that go to 2 areas, or 3 feeds for the main feed going around the main track that's going to go all the way around to the 2 balloon loops. And the balloon loops will have their own feed as well. And if I want to, I could. It is possible, but I don't think it would be a great idea to run 2 trains on the loops. I would have to be really good at turning off the power to the balloon loops, but that's okay. I would have to find insulation pegs anyways, so that would be interesting. But yeah, this is Pensy Joe signing out again. I hope you guys enjoyed the little running session we had with the 400E with the Blue Comet, and I'll see you guys down the line in a future video. Bye now.
roar. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Now here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand, and may be remembered in the courts throughout the land. When his earthly race is over, let the curtains round him fall. We'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar, as she glides along the woodland to the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball.